That was a slog.
Let's set off for a new adventure.
Back to battle.
So there you are, Morag. Is something wrong?
No, not at all. I've just been thinking.
Any particular worries?
It's just... my brother.
Emperor Nile. Is he okay?
I'm concerned he'll wear himself out.
The Emperor is quite young, isn't he?
Yes. The weight of responsibility is a heavy burden for someone his age.
Have you two spoken recently?
Well, as Special Inquisitor, I sent him reports almost daily.
No, I mean... just... talk. Like siblings do. Chat about family stuff. Things like that.
Talk like siblings do. It may shock you, but neither me nor the Emperor are great at small talk.
Don't overthink it. You can talk about anything, so long as it's not work. You should just go drop in.
The Emperor is a very busy person. Engaging in idle chit-chat with me, that would be a waste of his time.
Surely even the great Emperor Nile would be happy to see his big sis.
Thank you, Pyra. Alas, my brother and I are hardly your average family. His Imperial Majesty and his retainer, the Special Inquisitor. Our stations differ greatly, as do our ways of life. We couldn't possibly expect to talk like normal siblings.
Oh, give me a break. You think your stations trump your relationship as brother and sister?
Mithra, when did you...
I couldn't listen to you anymore. You're family, aren't you? You and Emperor Nile? Emperor or not, he's your brother, first and foremost. What more is there to think about?
Even so, it has been a long time since we've acted as siblings.
Look at me and Pyra. We haven't exactly been in touch all that much. And now, we're rock solid.
That's not exactly...
Shut it! You being worried about your brother makes you family enough. Your stations don't come into it. Just woman up and be a good sister already.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right, obviously. Just enjoy some time with your little bro and spoil him rotten. That's it.
Very well. Then I will strive to be the sister Nile deserves.
You better be ready the next time you two meet.
I will. I promise.
Fine. You've made some progress. You and Rex both get so stuck in your heads. It's infuriating.
Thanks for the pep talk, Mithra.
You're very welcome.
Up! What have we here?
Maybe agriculture is Poppy's
Leave it to me.
specialist field. I know more than I let on.
Come out, come out.
Set optic sensors to max sensitive.
Very well then.
Can I stir up some wind?
Come out, come out.
In my experience,
Say, Morag, have you known Zeke for a long time?
indeed. We'd never spoken directly, but I knew of him.
The prince paid a visit to MORYTHA, did he not? It must have been not long after his departure from Tantal.
Yes, now that you mention it.
How was he? Back then?
Well, let's see. As I recall, the guards reported capturing a suspicious man, dressed all in black, and with a funny accent.
That's right. They'd stopped him at the palace gates and were about to throw him in jail.
He was already a shady customer back then, huh?
It's a good thing the prince was feeling generous. Otherwise, it could have been a major diplomatic incident.
Most certainly. Thanks be to his forbearance.
That's just like Zeke, though. I can almost picture it now.
That isn't even the worst of my prince's heroic tales.
There are worse ones yet?
Oh yeah, loads. He's pretty much misfortune on legs. Like, when we visited Uriah, they mistook him for a rookie guard and made us drill for 72 hours straight. My prince was happy as a clam, said it was a rare chance to see other countries' training regimens. If you ask me, though, it was beyond awful. The grub was worse than Armu kibble, and they didn't even have baths.
Calamity indeed.
Yet, despite that treatment, he let it pass without creating an uproar. Quite the gracious personage, our Zeke.
Gracious? I think he was just doing whatever he felt like. And we're you. Let's set off for a new adventure.
What have we here?
Set optic sensors to max sensitive.
Very well then.
Hey, look at that! Have you ever seen such a beautiful sunset? I knew it would be worth coming here. It's one of those things that stays in your mind forever after you've seen it. It's like I can't take my eyes off it. Funny, there's a strange prickling at the back of my neck. Oh, what's this? Suddenly the skies don't seem so... Oh well, you know, it's funny, but this seems to happen to me a lot. Nice, dry days start to pour with rain just like that. Or sometimes it's blizzards or great big hailstones. I think the clouds might like to follow me around. But maybe that's actually a talent. It's like I get to see two different views for the price of one.
You really know how to sustain your own morale, Cassandra.
Yes, it's true. I can always see the silver lining of every cloud. Even when the beautiful sunset we came all this way to see gets blocked out by rain. Even when that good luck charm I bought at the store snapped clean in half the next day. I always keep looking forward. It's just how I am. As long as you always stay strong and keep your chin up, happiness will come your way. That's what I believe. And even if terrible misfortunes befall my driver, I'm sure if I stay cheerful, it'll keep their spirits up. That's what a good blade does, right? Well, this rain's really gotten worse. It's sad to leave such a beautiful place, but we'd better get moving. I thought we had a pretty great time here today, didn't you? I really like it when we all hang out. Sometimes I think I'm the luckiest blade alive. I've got such a great driver and all these wonderful companions. Let's try and be the happiest that we can. Then we can spread that happiness over the whole world.
We came a pretty long way, eh?
Onwards!
Who would have thought a place like this existed under the cloud sea?
Yeah. Us salvagers dive deep, but I've never dreamed there'd be this enormous space down here.
You'd be hard-pressed finding another place as vast as this, that's for sure.
Did people live here once, do you think? If the whole space is filled with buildings like the ones around here, there must have been a heck of a lot of people living in them.
True that. And the number of people aside. Can you imagine the work it would take to cover this whole place in buildings?
I can hardly imagine. I've salvaged a whole bunch of treasures over the years with functions we could never figure out. If this world is where they came from, I've got to say it makes sense.
In any age, the ambitions of men build civilization up, and those same ambitions bring it crumbling down.
That's so tragic.
Why is this place in ruins, anyway?
There must have been a war.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Some terrible war sounds pretty likely.
But would a war cause this much devastation? Maybe it was some natural disaster or other.
Not out of the question, but a natural disaster's not gonna level everything. Take a look outside. Ruin as far as the eye can see.
You could say the same about war, though. What kind of a war could destroy a city this big?
Maybe they had some kind of incredible weapon we've never seen.
Or just one hell of a lot of them. I hear a crazy number of blades fought in the war 500 years ago.
You think something like that happened before?
Hard to say for sure. I think maybe we need to explore a bit further. This place is beyond anything we've imagined, after all.
To be honest, I think it's actually kind of exciting.
And we're you. Let's set off for a new adventure.
What have we here?
In my experience,
I am at your service.
Treasure acquired.
Seems like a good place to rest.
Hey, Mithra, may I ask you something?
Huh? Something up?
I read over my journal again. We used to fight each other quite a lot during training, didn't we? And it looks like I usually came off worse.
Don't take it too hard. You really gave it all you had, but I guess I've just got certain attributes. Sorry, what did you want to ask?
Well, according to my journal, it looks like there was one time where I got the better of you.
Huh?
It doesn't go into much detail, but still, besting the Aegis is quite the achievement, don't you think? I really need to know how it happened, how I managed to beat you.
That's bull. Your journal is lying to you, Bridget. I never lost to you, not once.
I don't think so. Why else would I have written it down?
When exactly? What kind of match was it?
It was in a camp in the Tornan borderlands, on the last day of training.
That doesn't sound right at all. It's nonsense.
You're saying my journal is mistaken?
I meant, that fight didn't count.
Didn't count. Explain.
That fight was right after I'd gone up against Hayes. You begged me to take you on. So that's why it doesn't count.
I see. You just don't want to acknowledge your defeat.
I told you, you didn't beat me.
This is really childish, Mithra. It seems that you only won narrowly in most of our other bouts. I don't know how you can be so stubborn.
Are you sure your journal isn't just a load of fantasy trash talk written down?
Mithra, you want a piece of me? Come get it.
Ladies, please. Making a mountain out of a molehill here, aren't we? There's no need to brawl.
We're not brawling.
That's right. We're just training. Okay. Ready yourself. After so many years, let me set you straight.
I'll make it clear this time. You'll know I'm the better fighter once and for all.
Now hold on. Not so fast. Will someone please intervene?
And we're you. Let's set off for a new adventure. Let's sock it to him.
You're in a good mood, Electra.
How did you know?
So did something good happen?
Yep, kind of. I'm just happy that there are so many places here where lightning is useful. I get to really show off my stuff.
You've been coming along in leaps and bounds with your powers lately.
Yeah. If we didn't have you around, we'd never have made it this far.
Oh, shucks. I'm glad you all think I'm useful. No more shocking people, just useful helping.
You're really putting in the work, Electra.
Yeah. I've still got lots of training to do before I can control my power fully.
What kind of training are you doing?
Well, for example,
Sometimes I practice producing a steady, low-intensity current. Oh, the other day, I also use my power to massage a tired old lady's shoulders. You know, just generally trying to keep my powers in check.
Well, it sounds like you're really trying hard.
Yep! I feel like I get a little bit more grown up every day.
Good. We're going to be counting on you, Electra.
I won't let you down. Dependable is my middle name. This'll be useful. Little Sparky here's gonna take good care of you all from now on.
Nice! Well done, you.
Let's go.
Onwards!
Up! Up! Huh.
So, we're inside Torna's Titan now, eh? The site of a grand melee 500 years ago, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I wish I could have been here for that.
Oh, well, your memory's gone, right? Who knows? Maybe you actually were.
Now that you mention it, that is a very exciting possibility. Hey, Mithra, maybe you remember.
I feel like you might or might not have been there.
You're not helping. Which one is it?
You can't expect me to remember every little thing from 500 years ago.
Ugh. Too bad.
Don't get so depressed, Zenobia. Hey, if you had been... Would you have fought against Mithra?
Good question. I couldn't picture it any other way. Both sides would have fought tooth and claw, vying to get the upper hand. And I strive to be the very best, like Xenoblade was before me. Under the circumstances, Mithra would have been my ideal opponent.
How about that, Mithra?
I imagine I would remember fighting against someone like Zenobia, so that would mean she probably wasn't here at that time? Or if she was, maybe I just left her to someone else.
Oh, hearing you say that doesn't sound like you want to fight me. We can just go a few rounds. I've got to test myself against you. But you just keep blowing me off.
It's true. Mithra doesn't seem to be in a mood to fight.
Nah, it's fine for now. I'm still in training anyway. I'll keep fighting alongside my driver, building up experience. And one day, I'll take her down from that pedestal she's on. Never thought about using wind.